You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
I'm jacked up because I am going to Metallica this weekend.
You got tickets?
Yeah.
To the Limp Bizkit night?
Yeah, my buddy can't go tomorrow night, so he just gave his tickets to me, so I'm pretty jacked on that.
That's huge luck. So hang on. The Toronto Maple Leafs won yesterday, are now statistically very likely to move on to the round two. And you got Metallica tickets.
Yes.
How many Lotto Max tickets are you buying?
I know, I should buy a lottery ticket.
You got a horseshoe.
Everything's coming up Millhouse right now.
Dude, did you see like the pictures and the videos from night one, the Thursday night show at the Skydome? It looked amazing in there.
It's funny because when I told Courtney about it last night, she was more jacked to go see Limp Bizkit than Metallica.
I get that. I mean, listen, I love Metallica. Our first hang was at a Metallica concert.
Yeah.
They put on an amazing show. Limp Bizkit is one of those bands that it felt like if you hadn't seen them, you were maybe never going to get to until this sudden resurgence over the last few years.
I'm looking forward to it because I've seen at the festival I was at last year, and then almost every show Limp Bizkit plays, people just dress up as Fred Durst at these shows.
A new old man Fred Durst?
Yeah, people just cosplay. No. People cosplaying Fred Durst with like the Yankees hat backwards and everything in the goatee.
Sick.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Although, maybe you haven't thought about this. Isn't Game 4 of the Leafs series tomorrow?
Oh.
And the Metallica show at what I'm assuming is roughly the same time?
Fuck. I didn't even think about. Damn, buzzkill.
Sorry, man.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I realized something here.
Got a bit of a conundrum this morning.
Game 4 goes tomorrow night between the Leafs and the Sens, but also my buddy gave me his Metallica tickets. And I don't know what to do.
You're a bit stuck here.
I mean, I'm obviously going to go to Metallica. You can't just get free tickets to that show and pass up.
Well, you've been talking about how much you want to go to one of these Metallicas. That's the Limp Bizkit one, too.
It is the Limp Bizkit one, yeah.
You really have to go to that show after all the talk you've talked since the announcement of that
Is
show.
it wrong if I stream the game on my phone at the concert? I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Like, I'll still be watching the concert,
Right.
but I'm going to have, like, one eye on the game, one eye on the concert.
My brother, I don't think you're going to be the only person at the Skydome doing that exact same
Dude,
thing.
literally across the road.
Yeah.
There's going to be the whole watch party down there that I'm going to have to see as I walk to the
That's
Skydome. Like,
right. Yeah. The Maple Leaf Square or whatever they call it. That's going to be wild.
yeah.
I think, honestly,
Is it wrong if I stream the game at the concert?
I don't think that it is.
Would that piss you off if I was sitting beside you?
I don't think so. Honestly, I would probably be happy. This is like the argument we always have about, do you want to be the guy who owns the pool or the guy who knows the guy that owns the pool?
People are going to be looking over my shoulders is what you're saying?
That's just
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Maybe I would feel guilty.
I'll be the hero of the day, like the Metallica song.
I
yeah.
would feel guilty if I had the game on my phone, but if I can just quickly dart my eyes over to your phone every now and again and catch the score, well, I'm still paying attention.
You know
You're
what
the one that's
Metallica
doing
should
it.
actually do? They've got that big-ass Jumbotron in the Skydome.
I was kind of thinking it.
And if you've seen the setup for a Metallica show nowadays, they've got all the pillars and they've got all the video screens on them and stuff.
Right.
They show the band on those. They should show the game on the big screen while Limp Bizkit and Metallica play tomorrow night. That's what they should do.
When we went to the WWE Elimination Chamber, they have all their big giant screens over the ring and on the post.
That's
and all
what
that
I'm
stuff.
saying, yeah.
And then they had another angle on that. No one's going to be looking that way. The stage is over here. Only people who are specifically curious about the score of the Leafs game.
And if it goes into overtime, Metallica should stop the show and we
Right.
should all watch the game together.
But we know that James Hetfield's a big Leaf fan from the other day.
He was there the other night.
He's probably just as curious as anybody else.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, if the series was 2-1, I would say go see Metallica. Pay attention. Don't worry about the hockey
I never
game.
miss a Leaf game, though. Like, legit, when me and Courtney go to Mexico,
Yeah.
we were, like, sitting at the, whatever, like, the place where they cook in front of you, the Teppanyaki place. I'm streaming the game every night when we went out for dinner.
Right.
Like,
I'm just saying that I think it's extenuating circumstances that not only could the Leafs tomorrow night make it to the second round of the playoffs, which is a shooting star in this economy, but also, like, they could sweep an Ontario rival team. So, yeah, I think Metallica should be making accommodations for Leaf fans to be able to at least keep their eye on the score.
And as soon as the Leafs do win tomorrow night, they queue up.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Had a hankering for some buffet food yesterday, like buffet Chinese food. And I decided, I was like, no, in this economy, I'm going to save some money. I'm going to try and make it at home. So I polled the family, and we decided on sweet and sour chicken and vegetables, like the pineapple and all that stuff. And it wasn't worth it. Not even a little bit.
Didn't taste good?
No, it tasted fine. I would even venture to say, because I put even a little MSG in it, I would venture to say it tasted almost as good as we would have gotten had we gone to a restaurant. But I had to go to the grocery store, buy a bunch of stuff that we don't normally carry in the pantry. I had to sit in the kitchen the whole time, chopping and dicing and frying and stir-frying and all that stuff.
And you had to clean afterwards?
And then you make something with a sticky sauce like that. Every pan needs to get scrubbed. And I remember sitting there as I was taking the last couple bites going, we'd have been in a restaurant, we'd have been eating fortune cookies and heading on our way home by now.
That's so true, man. Like, I love cooking, but one of the things that always kills me is the cleanup afterwards and the buying groceries, too, because sometimes you buy all this junk and then you're like, man, I'm spending like $60 to make something that I could go pay $20 for.
That's just it, right? Like, if a restaurant is buying ingredients and things in bulk, they don't pay nearly as much, so they don't have to charge as much. Whereas, like, my kids love butter chicken, so I always buy jarred butter chicken. One day I was like, you know what? I wonder if I could make butter chicken sauce from scratch. And I had to go and buy like 20 spices I'll never use again. It cost me a fortune.
I know, we did something similar earlier this week. We were like, oh, let's make some mussels, right? Like, made this sauce and stuff. It was great. Like, the mussels were fantastic, but then, like, my house smelled like a brothel after, so it really wasn't worth it.
Now you got to deal with that. That's like, there's just all these hang-ups that it's like, if you'd just let a professional do it for a reasonable price, you would have had a way better time. The same goes, and I feel like you're going through some of this stuff right now with like renovations around the house.
Yeah, you know, like the first couple of years of living in the house, I was like, oh, there's like minimal stuff that I can do. But like once we started on this kitchen, I'm like, I'm not messing with this backsplash.
No.
I was like, because I'm going to mess it up and then I'm going to have to look at it forever and know that I messed it up. I'm like, there's people that get paid to do this and I'm going to pay them to do this.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What is something absolutely worth paying someone else to do rather than doing it yourself? One of the biggest ones is just any sort of electrical work at your house.
If it involves electricity, the odds are good that you are not equipped to do the job and that someone with some education and experience should be called for this.
It's either going to be half-assed or you're going to get zapped, you know?
I mean, even just like the ability to start a fire down the road by just doing the wrong thing now.
It's that, and then someone else texted in saying anything that involves crawling under the house.
You don't know what you're doing down there. Honestly, under the house, or even like if you've got an attic like up in there, you also probably don't know what you're doing up in there. Let someone else do it.
One of my favorite ones is someone said getting people to do your dog's nails.
Oh.
It's that, and then when I was growing up, we had a dog who had like an anal gland problem.
Oh.
And when we went to the vet, they were like, hey, you can like squeeze it yourself.
My
so gross.
Sister-in-law used to have to do that for her old dog, Charlie, and I remember seeing it a couple times and just being like, talking to Nicole and being like, if this ever happens with one of our pets, we're not doing this.
It's sad. Like, the whole thing is sad, and it's like, just take him to the vet, man. Like,
we got a text at 762-555. We tried to call this person. There's definitely more of story here, but it says tattooing is probably best left to the professional.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine any scenario where I'm in a room with someone who is not a tattoo artist, and they go, hey, man, let me give you a tattoo.
Yeah.
No, that's not happening. No, thank
not
you.
at all. Also, movers is another one. Like, I think after a certain age, which I think I'm at now, it's like beer and pizza like isn't enough, A, to get me to come help move your stuff.
Right.
And then B, it's also like, I'd rather just have a bunch of professionals than slugging it out into a U-Haul and having to drag it out myself at this point.
It's also the point, at some point in your life, you're going to accumulate not only more stuff, but stuff that you value. Like, when I was in my early 20s moving from radio job to radio job, I didn't care if we had to replace the crappy IKEA table that we had or whatever. But like now, It's like, no, I want professionals with insurance. I want to make sure all my stuff is taken care of.
My favorite answer just came in on the text line here from Shannon at 762-555. She said, throwing a kid's birthday party. Who wants 15 screaming kids at their house?
You know what? That's true. The home birthday party feels like the cheap option until you realize everything that goes into it. You're like, next year, we're going to a trampoline park.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Donald Trump has started selling Trump 2028 hats on his website.
I saw that.
As for a long time now, he is saying that he is going to try and eliminate the two-term system in the United States, and he will run again. And yeah, he started selling these hats the other day, and well, they're selling pretty good.
The thing about it is I don't think that he doesn't have the power, is my understanding of American legislation. He doesn't have the power to repeal term limits, but he does have the power to convince the millions of supporters he has to send him $29.99 for a dumb hat that makes no sense.
My thing is I just think with politics, it's always so weird that it's like, man, like the dude's, almost 80 right now?
Oh, yeah. No, he was too old to lead coming into this election. And just so we're all clear, so is Joe Biden, and so is 90% of American candidates for elected positions.
My grandfather passed away at 85 last year, and some of the stuff he'd say, I was like, yo, dude.
It's bizarre. It's weird. It's also weird that like the leader of a nation can have merch, can have crypto tokens, can have his own social media platform with subscriptions.
I've said it before. We are literally living in the movie Idiocracy at this point.
Absolutely.
So.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The NFL draft went down last night, and man, I kind of have some respect for Roger Goodell because every time the draft happens, he gets booed so hard. I don't know if you heard it. This is what happened last night.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on.
that's music to my ears.
Oh, boy.
Okay, welcome to the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And you know, I hate Roger Goodell as every other sports fan does, but man, like you got to respect the confidence to go out there and say,
Okay. Come on.
like he's just feeding into it now.
See, I feel like that's him wearing down because he used to come out and keep his head held high and his nice little suit all pressed, and he just moved right past it. Now all of a sudden you hear, "Come on!"
That would suck so bad to just be at work and people just start booing you. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I was a professional wrestling bad guy for a few years. That's the only situation I can think of
where it's positive people are booing
where
you.
people would boo me, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing a great job.
Like, imagine if you were waiting a table and, like, you come back and you're like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, we're out of the fish sticks tonight. And then all of a sudden, everybody at the table just starts teeing you up. Like, you, like, go to Sport Check and they're like, hey, we don't have your size in those Nikes, and just...
That would just be such a devastating feeling. Because, I mean, that's the thing, right? Roger Goodell, all these pro athletes, the people who generally do get booed, make so much money that you kind of have a easier time being like, well, you'll be fine. But, like, the idea of booing someone who's just on a very average wage would be soul-crushing.
But then again, I feel like there are times in life where it would be nice to boo people, you know? Like,
oh, absolutely. Like, if you go into a fast food restaurant like a McDonald's or even like a Subway, and the person gets up to the till and they go, oh, what can I get for you? As soon as they go, boo!
Yeah.
You should have known!
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What would be an acceptable time to boo people in society?
Definitely while driving,
Yeah.
especially like have it like blasting over like a police PA system and everything.
I've long said it would be great to have two horns in your car. Your regular beep beep horn, but then another button somewhere off to the side. And if you could just push it and your car started booing, that would be amazing.
Isn't that what the truck air horn is for?
Boo, boo.
Dude, even if like someone cuts you off in traffic and you pull up to them at a red light and you just lean out your window rather than flipping them off, just
Boo! Just give them the roll down symbol and
Yeah.
start relentlessly booing them.
That would be like phenomenal. I wish every car had that.
oh, thanks for chatting, man.
No problem. Thanks for the call.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Have a good one, boys.
I also think you could do it in parking lots, watching people that are terrible at parking or parallel parking downtown.
No. You have now crossed the line. That is already a high anxiety situation. Imagine you're in the car. You're just trying to wheel in between a spot, and all of a sudden, boo.
I do like someone texted in and said when you realize the cab driver is taking the long way. Like,
oh, yeah.
Start booing them there.
Even if you do like delivery apps and you see them take like an out of the way route to get to your house, if you could just push a button that made their phone start booing them, that'd be great.
We got Steve on the phone. When do you think is an acceptable time to start booing people?
100% of the time, if they're checking like 50 lottery tickets at the cash.
Yes. Absolutely.
Everybody standing there should chime in.
You see the old timer pull out the big folder of lotto tickets and scratch off.
You all got to work together to drown out the winner gagnons, right? When it
Yeah, especially if he gets a couple of those.
Oh, if he gets the bonk sound,
that's when you start cheering.
Yeah, no doubt. That's one of them for sure.
Hey, thanks for chatting, Steve. We had a teacher text in who wants to stay anonymous and says, sometimes I want to boo my students.
Could you imagine how devastating it would be to stand up to answer a question in class and the teacher just starts booing you for your performance?
I also like the people texting in when a bartender pours you too much foam in your pint.
Right, you get it comes sliding down the bar and you're like, this is half an boo! Boo to you!
All right, we got one more call here. Eric, what's an acceptable time to boo someone?
The Tim Hortons drive-thru where people order the pizza at the drive-thru.
I mean,
and then you're waiting, it's like a 15-minute process to make the pizza.
Oh, there's someone in a drive-thru right now that deserves to be booed.
100%.
Yeah. Booze from everybody, windows down so that, they can hear.
There's even some times that I go through the drive-thru that I want to boo the staff.
Or you know what? If the staff would boo it.
The staff should have a shame bell for anyone ordering the pizza.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We were talking about acceptable times to boo people in society. What do you think, man?
Good time to be booing somebody would be when you're in the fast food line, like at Tim Hortons, and they're talking on their phone while they're ordering, and then they got to fumble around looking for the payment there on their phone.
You know what? In general, anytime that someone's in speakerphone on public, we should be allowed to just boo them.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly, for sure. It's so annoying.
Loud enough to make sure the person on the other end of the line knows what's going on.
Right, exactly. Or when you're in the bathroom and they're on their phone, when you're in the bathroom, I make as much noise as I can just to piss them off.
Booing in the bathroom could alter someone's life, if we're being honest.
When you really gotta go and someone's already in the stall, just start booing them.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I have to be the bearer of some really tough news on the show this morning, and that's that, guys, Fire Festival 2 is dead.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You're telling me the festival that was supposed to happen in Mexico and none of the officials in Mexico knew it was happening and none of the artists confirmed that they were going, it's not going down?
Not only is Fire Festival 2 just not happening, but Fire Festival itself as a brand is fully shutting down. The guy, Billy McFarland, the scam artist behind not one but two attempts at this, has said in a statement that it is time to step aside and that they will no longer be going forward.
I guess for anyone that doesn't know, what was it back in like 2020, was it?
It was
right before the pandemic?
2017.
Oh, 2017.
Yeah.
This guy tried to put on this festival out on like an island, and then it would just it just went downhill so fast. People paid thousands of dollars. They were stuck eating cheese sandwiches. None of the bands or the artists showed up.
All the VIP stuff that they paid for ended up just being like pegged tents in the sand.
There's a crazy documentary on Netflix where like the people of the island weren't going to let them leave. Like, you should watch it on Netflix if you get a chance. But he's trying to sell it now?
So that's the thing, is this Billy McFarland, who was convicted of fraud for the first one in 2017.
He went to jail, right?
Went to jail, got out of jail, said, guys, we're running it back, and announced Fire Festival 2 and even convinced some people to give him money. But the thread quickly unraveled. He's saying that he's done, but yes, he is saying that the brand itself is for sale.
Who would want to even touch that?
What would you possibly do with a brand so tarnished other than the memes? Like, how much would you realistically sell this
You're
for?
trying to sell magic beans is what you're doing.
It's magic beans that have already been planted, dug up, stepped on, left out to dry, and then maybe a beanstalk's in them.
I offer you 1 cheese sandwich for the rights to Firefest.
You might be overpaying if I'm being completely honest.
That's like buying a car after seeing the Carfax, and it's like, this thing blew up? Like,
how did you even get it all back together? Listen, the magic is under the hood. You just have to trust me.
If we can find an email for this Billy guy, I think everybody should just send him troll emails.
I think we send him 1 pair of Brock and Dalby Show sunglasses and see if that's enough.
We'll give you sunglasses, 2 cigarettes, and some beef jerky.
Whoa. Beef jerky's an overbid.
Just the stuff from the gas station.
Oh, okay.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's Police Week here on the station, so if you've been hearing a lot of the police, that's why. Don't forget Sunday Night Vinyl Series. We will have Synchronicity in full with Howard Manshine for you. But because it is Police Week, I've heard this song a handful of times this week.
It's been getting a lot of attention.
It's been stuck in my head all damn week. And I actually did something funny. You could try this if you got a significant other in your life. I called Courtney yesterday while she was at work, and she was with a client. She's like, hey, what's up? I can't really talk right now. And I was just like...
You just said it to her?
Yeah. I was like, that's all I wanted to say to you. And she's like, what?
And then you just hang up?
The phone.
You're such a
It's a great prank, dude. Try it out on someone. Dude, like, if you're at work today, pull someone aside, especially if you're like a boss or a supervisor, and just be like, hey, man, I just wanted to say something to you real quick. And they come over and you go, what? Just walk away.
If you say it like a really grave tone, like, hey, man, listen, come over. Do, da. Okay?
That's all I wanted to say.
That's all I wanted to say to you. Go out there and get the rest of the day.
You're in a meeting, whatever it is. You happen to be at a wedding this weekend, and they're like, does anyone have anything to say on why this couple should not be married?
The husband and wife look at the preacher. He's like, hey, man, makes a point.
You get pulled over by the cops. They're like, do you have anything to say for yourself?
I'm pretty sure if you da a police officer at a traffic stop, that's automatically failing the sobriety test.
Yeah. You're gonna have to say the alphabet backwards. Talking to some girls at the bar this weekend, you just go up to her and you're like, hey, I just wanted to say.
Da has a very low pull rate, would be my guess.
The do it wherever you can this weekend, all right?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast. $1,000 minute.
All right, we have got Chad on the line right now. Chad, how you doing this morning?
Oh, not too bad. A little nervous now.
Oh, Chad, I ask everyone this. Do you consider yourself a smart man?
It's better to be a smart man than a fart smeller? Yeah.
I think you meant smart feller instead of fart smeller.
So you answered our question.
Messing it up already.
All right, Chad, all you got to do is take a deep breath with me for a second. In.
Yep.
And out. All right, let's get all the nerves out of our system.
Poosa.
Are you ready to get going?
Yes, sir. Let's do this.
All right, I'll count you in from 3 to 1, and then the timer starts. 3, 2, 1. What is 63 plus 6?
69.
What U.S. state borders the Yukon?
Alaska.
What color is an orange?
Orange.
How many days are in a week?
7.
What is the scientific name for the Northern Lights?
Aurora Borealis.
What was the original name of the Rogers Center where the Jays play?
Pass.
Who is the singer of The Police?
Pass.
What major event is happening in Canada on Monday?
The election.
First person to walk on the moon?
Neil Armstrong.
What fruit is known for keeping the doctor away?
An apple.
Can you tell me the original name of the Rogers Center?
Jesus. Sorry,
Chad,
dude.
I wanted you to have it so bad, man. Oh,
Chad,
I wanted it too.
Chad, the good news is,
Dang.
silver lining in every cloud. You got 0 questions wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Every question.
Sure, if you want to look at it like that.
Every question you answered, you were correct.
Oh.
It's the 2 questions that you didn't answer.
The right.
Do you have the right answer now?
Rogers Center.
No?
My brother,
I can't.
it's the Sky Dome.
The Sky Dome. Oh my God. Right on the tip of my tongue.
And then I
man.
feel like that got you flustered. If you had a minute to think about it now, do you know the name of the singer of The Police?
I can't even remember his name.
It's Sting.
It's Sting. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, and now we have to hang up on you, Chad,
okay.
because you ruined it.
Shame.
I take it back. Chad went 0 for 10 today.
I was really on Chad's side until that. You know what? Not only does he get that shame, he gets a Spanish shame.
The Spanish shame, but I didn't even know we still had that one.
Chad.
Well, we apologize for Chad's boorish behavior and his failure to win $1,000.
Come on, guys. I am trying. I want to give away this money so bad. I've been making these questions so easy for you guys.
Any question, again, we've said this every time at 8 o'clock, Brock asks me the 10 questions. Every question that I even hesitate to answer, he reworks. He took out 3 questions today to put in easier questions.
If anybody should be swearing right now, it should be me.
People keep texting in like, oh, you guys should give them money for every right answer they get, or, oh, you should make it so that if they get some, they get some money. No, we are giving you elementary school questions.
That's a bad Chad.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
Let's see what he's got.
Good morning. Now today's word is Bellabor. Yep, Bellabor.
What?
Belabor. Bellabor. Whatever, Bellabor.
Belabor.
And it's to attack or beat. That's not a good thing to do. Or to explain or insist upon in excessive detail. Let's just get to the point. Anyway, that just about does it. Have a great one. Cheers or up.
So it's not Bellabor?
It is not Bellabor. No, it is Belabor.
Oh, I was going to say Bellabor is my second favorite MMA company behind the UFC.
Yeah, no. Belabor, again, it can mean to attack. It's more used for when people won't shut up about a thing, especially after, like, you ever get in a conversation with someone, they're trying to tell you how to do something or explaining something to you, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Mm-hmm. And then they just keep going. They're belaboring the point.
Oh, okay.
I get it. You don't have to keep talking.
I mean, if you get into an argument at work today, just be like, I'm not going to belabor with you.
That's right. Yeah, listen, we're not here to belabor one another. Say what you got to say, and then let's go our separate ways.
Well, also if it means assault, like if you see a fight at the bars or something this weekend, you could be like, dude, that guy got belabored.
Did you see that guy get belabored over by the jukebox? It was crazy.
You want to come over on Saturday night, watch the belabors with me?
I feel like if you asked me that, I would assume you'd been struck in the head. I would assume you had already been belabored.
Belabor. Use it wherever you can.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.